Alright, guys, this is MJ1 from YouTube, obviously. I'm doing this video because I just found out on the 1st of September 2020 and that MTA has released the proposed winter 2021 service adjustments, which is going to take place on Sunday, January 3rd, 2021. But the following document provides a summary of the 2021 winter service change modification. Due to the financial impact created by the COVID-19 pandemic, MDOT MTA has proposed service changes that would enable the agency to maintain a high level of service while meeting the budgetary challenges faced by the state. The proposed changes will focus on connecting Baltimore City with major job centers and will have fewer suburban routes. This is key. This is really key. Fewer suburban routes in Baltimore County and Anne Arundel County. Proposed changes will take effect on Sunday, January 3rd, 2021. And, well, obviously, this is not, it's a reason why I started to make a video of this, because this is probably got to be one of the worst proposals I have ever seen. And we had 2005. And you mean, if you're not a Baltimorean or MTA enthusiast or whatever, you want to know about 2025 with GBBi or GBBi, which is Greater Baltimore Bus Initiative. And that was basically, a prelude to what Baltimore Link will end up becoming by like a decade, about like 12 years later. But okay, so what we see here, all those findings, say local bus highlights, you may see this. This is just to draw you in, like, yeah, additional service. You're going to increase frequency on the number 56 and 78 bus lines, whatever they want to talk about with that, and improve service on the number 69. Oh, that sounds great. And it includes improved service on 69 between Harbor Hospital, which is in Baltimore City, across from Cherry Hill, or in Cherry Hill, to BW Medical Center, which is in Anne Arundel County. Yeah, so that sounds great and all until you get down. And then you see right here, discontinued service. They're going to discontinue 25 routes, which is expected. We expected, after this pandemic, that if there was any greater time, if there wasn't a greater time to get rid of express bus lines once for all, it would be now. And of course, every single express bus line and MTA service, which is the 103, 104, 105, 115, 120, 150, 154, 160, and 164 bus lines are due to be scrapped. Now, I will say there's probably 2 bus lines in that mix that I believe should be preserved. But as you will see for this whole thing, if you hadn't looked down the next census, it's not going. It's got to be the most backwards ass proposal I've seen. And so, with the non-express bus lines due to be scrapped, they're going to eliminate local links 21, 34, 38, which is a school tripper, 51, 52, which is a supplementary service, 53, 57, circulator, 59, 70, 71, 73, 81, 82, 91, 92, which is a school tripper as well, and 95, which is a supplemental service, sort of. It's like a commuter, due to low ridership. Now, this is the bullshit part about this. They're saying due to low ridership. I'm sorry, but these lines, you can probably point out maybe 2 or 3 which would be justified for the due to low ridership category. There's no way in hell more than 3 of the bus lines that is in this mix are due to low ridership or assets available on another route, which is another bunch of bullshit. Is that or assets available on another route, which is bullshit again. They're gonna modify 13 routes. The 13 routes: red, silver, lime, 26, 20, 26, 36, and 394. We will see additional service to cover the gaps. Keep in mind, about this and a realignment of the 93. I'm going to get to it because I'm just going to get down right into it. All right. So as stated above, the proposed changes. Now, be ready when I click this because it's going to be a long one. Okay. So the modifications include routes proposed to have their alignment, street routing modified, routes proposed to discontinue, routes proposed to be to offer additional service, which has seemed like a bunch of BS because if we talking about cutting back service, I'm sorry, you're going to add service to stuff, which is now just going to pile on top of that. So we're going to go down to it, and we're going to go line each line. There's 25 to choose from. Well, probably more than that, but there's at least 30 to choose from. Okay, so we got a 𝙤𝙤 Brown. So the proposal for the 𝙤𝙤 Brown is so up here they say all service north of Overly Loop. So Overly Loop will be discontinued. So right now, as I look at this, zoom in. So you got the regular. This is not exactly how to scale. This is just a half-ass, straight to the point type of, drawing of the route. I don't know why they do that, but so basically the Brown runs east and west through downtown. This is the downtown section right here. Runs east and west along Pratt and Lombard Streets. And once it gets right here, it goes up Broadway, connects to Hopkins Hospital, and goes to Belly Road. That's all fine until we get to Overly Loop. Now, once we get to Overly Loop, there's a plan to get rid of the Brown altogether. Let me check if I'm still recording. Yeah, I'm still recording. Sorry. But the proposal is to get rid of all service north of Overly. So literally the only bus line that's going even any further past Overly will be the 36. And that's turned down Fullerton. So that means anything between Fullerton. I'm sorry, that's Taylor Avenue. I'm sorry, Taylor Avenue. So anything north of Taylor Avenue, which is the 36 crosstown, anything north of Taylor Avenue, there's going to be no bus service covering that area. So you have, I'm glad they put Fullerton Dental Care because there's a lot more than just a dental care center there. There's a whole shopping center. This is a whole shopping complex right along here, which get rideshare. You got over here. So here's the thing. You're already getting rid of the 115 bus line. And so the 115 follows the Brown up Belly Road from downtown. But it goes beyond that to Prairie Hall, which is a little past here. Can't scroll any further up. But it goes a little further past here along Belly Road. Okay, so you're getting rid of 115. Fine. But you're getting rid of service to an entire community. An entire community. Some of them in Section 8. In this general area, there's no service. You already took the one crosstown service they received back when bumbling started, and it only lasted for like maybe a year. The 120, which literally went inside the neighborhood to go to Townsend and also in at White Marsh. You got rid of that service. So the only thing they got rely on is the Brown. So since this pandemic happened, then 115, but 115 isn't running. So the only other option they had was the Brown. For whatever reason, y'all decide, yeah, you know what? There is no rideshare up here. There's not a lot of rideshare. Oh yeah, all along White Marsh Boulevard. Yeah, there's no rideshare along White Marsh Boulevard. There's nothing down there. Yes, there's basically just a cutaway. It's almost like White Marsh Boulevard is only just a fruit. I'll say like this: a fruit route to get to White Marsh, to go through and all that stuff. There will be no service in the general area. And on top of that, as you see right here, they also is talking about mobility lane would no longer cover this area past 2022. So when the proposal of this is supposed to happen in the next couple months, as proposed, it's not set in stone. Hopefully people will, make MTA aware that you can't do this. there's also the plan to get rid of mobility lane up in this area after 2022. So that means there would be absolutely no service covering this general area in the next 1 or 2 in the next year and a half, basically. So the only option to White Marsh, because now you also got rid of 120. So you got rid of the Brown going to White Marsh. You got rid of 115. You got rid of 120 because the 120 went from downtown to go up 95 to get to White Marsh as a straight shot. You don't have that anymore. And I didn't see in the proposal that they're going to have any one of the commuter bus lines link over to White Marsh to do, to cover the 120. So the only option to White Marsh and White Marsh parking lot of all that is the 56 bus line. The 56 bus line gets hit hard as it is. You're telling me taking the Brown out, taking out the 120, not having any one of 3 commuter buses that goes into Harford County link into White Marsh. You're going to have all that ridership rely solely on the 56 itself. It's not going to happen. You're going to realize how much it's going to backfire. The 56 already gets slammed in the state that it's in right now. It's going to get destroyed without the Brown. Like I said, this is just the beginning. This is the first one. I'm already frustrated. And as you see right here, weekday and weekend service frequency, we'll see minor adjustments. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother worrying for that. I'm not even gonna bother worrying about the scheduled parts. Just worrying about the routes, because the routes is the ones that's gonna really get your blood boiling. But alternative service for rides traveling from downtown to White Marsh. So to and from downtown White Marsh is to take the 56. As you see, this map is not to scale. Bel Air Road and Pulaski Highway, Philadelphia Road is not in any way, shape, or form a close distance to each other. So you're depriving everyone in this general area of Bel Air Road and around Bel Air Road in this general area where there's no other alternative to get to White Marsh except to take the Brown. Now you're telling them they gotta go all the way down into the edge, as far east as you can get, besides Eastern, to Philadelphia or Pulaski just to go up to White Marsh. And y'all just going and what? Y'all gonna do minor modifications? I'm moving on. Here's the next one, the lime. And okay, I'm gonna go back and forth between it. Here's the thing, y'all probably gonna see all the other routes, but I'm gonna go back and forth between the lime and A1 so you get the whole general understanding of this. So the proposal is to cut the lime in half completely. So the lime that goes between Northwest Hospital and, as you see, you already caught it now. So the lime as a whole goes from Northwest Hospital with split trips, basically split trips between Druid Park, which is basically Cloverdale, and Harbor East along Caroline. As proposal, as you see right here, you see this little part. It's a new branch to Milford Mill. New branch to Milford Mill provides alternate service for discontinued. So the 81 bus line is proposed to be discontinued. And they're going to have the lime connect to Milford Mill. Okay, so you tell me you're going to have this lime. And here's the funny thing about this. This is not the first time a routing like this been happened. Because the 52 bus line, the old 52 bus line, before the 52, the M1. So the old M1 bus line used to go from Mondawmin, about Liberty, just the same like this. But it used to only end right here at Milford Mill. So it'll go no further than Rolling Road, make a right on Rolling Road, which is right here. Then make a left on, make a right again on Church Lane, and lay over in this joint area next to Community. And then when it goes back down Mondawmin, make a right on Milford Mill and turn left back on Liberty. So, but before that, the M1 actually did go out to Milford Mill. But see, this was back in the early back in the mid-90s when they decided it's probably best to have a separate bus line. Because before the M1, well, when the M1 was in service, there was another route called the M8, which went from Brownstown, which is beyond here, down Liberty until it got to Northern Parkway. I'm trying to think what Northern Parkway is right here. It got right here, Northern Parkway, turn Northern Parkway to connect to Seton Business Park and all that, connect to Northwest Division, which is where I work at, and go to Roger Station on Wabash. So that was the the M8 before they decide it's best. It didn't make sense to have the M1 basically backtrack to go to Milford Mill. So they added M8 because it's coming from Roundtown and it's going in the general direction. All right, cut it, go to Milford Mill Station. Okay, so when you look at this, you already see they discontinued the 81. Now beyond here, which get really crazy, Pennsylvania Avenue. Now here's the funny part about this whole scenario. They're saying along Pennsylvania Avenue, so we talking about between Mondawmin Mall, all the way until we get to Dolphin Street. Metro Subway Link will provide alternate service along Pennsylvania Avenue. You don't have buses above ground along Pennsylvania Avenue. I mean, you got buses above ground Pennsylvania Avenue. You got the subway underground. So you tell me the people who live along Pennsylvania Avenue, who live somewhere in between these stops, are forced to have to walk to the subway, get on the subway just to get up the street to anywhere to Mondawmin, except of, I don't know, walking out and onto Pennsylvania Avenue and getting the bus. And then what about after midnight? Granted, the line doesn't run down Harbor East. It stops running down Harbor East after midnight, which in itself is already a sin that we haven't really addressed. But now, because now you're forcing people to have to hop on the subway. And who knows if y'all may cut back on the subway as well. So you tell me you're not going to provide bus service along Pennsylvania Avenue between Mondawmin, well, between Penn North, because the 85 is going to cover Penn North the rest of the way. But still, between Penn North and matter of fact, when you're gonna love it when we get to the 73 bus line, because it's gonna be really interesting as well. So okay, so between Penn North and Dolphin, right now we on the line, Penn North and Dolphin, there's no bus service. It's all just you gotta take the subway if you want to get there. Okay, there's no service on Dolphin Street except for the pink, because as I pretty much just spoiled for you, 73 is going to get cut. We get to that. So you're not going to have anything. So here's the funny thing: you're not going to have anything on Preston and Biddle. You have no bus service whatsoever on Preston and Biddle with Rochester. It may not be it may not be the best Rochester, but you have Rochester on Preston and Biddle. And even if that was the case, you took service off of Caroline Street. They don't have any replacement for Caroline Street. There's no bus service. Absolutely no bus service along Caroline Street. So they're saying if you want to go down anywhere along Caroline Street, you can hop on the Brown. It won't hurt to walk about like 2 or 3 blocks over to Broadway to get downtown. Yeah, that's fine, dang, if you're on Caroline, but what about the people that's on the other side of Caroline? Because I don't know, you don't have any bus service on Central Avenue, which of course you don't really need to because there's nothing on Central Avenue. Hartford, okay, but you talking about a gap of, this is about 0.8 of a mile of a gap. So damn near a mile between Hartford Avenue, which is where the 54 would be, and Broadway. You don't have any bus service between here. This is ridiculous. So that's pretty much the line. I'm going to jump down to the A1 real quick. I'm already responding for it, but this is the A1 route right now, today. Milford Mill Station goes along Milford Mill Road, go out Liberty, and goes to Deer Park. And here's the kicker. And that's the same thing. You're gonna start seeing the theme of this. Mobility lane is not going to serve in this general area past. I want to say that's past Offutt Road. I think Offutt Road is right here. But right once you get to Roundstown, I'd say like this, right to the Roundstown. I think it's elementary school. It's a Roundstown school. It's a school right there. It's Roundstown school. There will be no mobility service covering this general area. Okay. So you got the A1 bus line, which gets ridership. This if there's any bus line, if there's any short ass bus line that only takes 2 streets to get from a community to the subway that gets a lot of ridership, it's the 81. Like, okay, you want to take service off of Mill, you want to have the line go up Milford Mill and cover that to go to Milford Mill Station, so be it, fine. But you telling me Northwest beyond Northwest Hospital, up Liberty Road, there's no ridership. There's no ridership. According to MTA, there's no ridership beyond Northwest Hospital. Oh yeah, Northwest Hospital gets so much ridership that we don't need to put anything in beyond there. There's nobody needs bus service to Brownstown. Oh yeah, nobody needs bus service to Deer Park, which Deer Park been asking for bus service forever, and they finally get it in a matter of 3.5 years. Yeah, let's take that away from 'em. You gonna tell me the Lime doesn't get any? You tell me the Lime gets more ridership at Northwest Hospital than the A1 does along Liberty Road all the way to Roundtown. If you gonna do this shit, send the Lime up Roundtown. If you don't want to send all the way to Deer Park, send it to your own Roundtown Loop. And okay, so this is frustrating because I'm looking at this. I've been looking at this for the past hour, and wondering. I'm just wondering what the hell is going on. So there's no service beyond Brentwood Drive. So beyond here, you're forcing thousands of people to walk up to Roundtown Deer Park because we don't want to send a bus up there. We figure all the bus services at Northwest Hospital. You can get rid of Northwest Hospital. In fact, you don't need a line to go to Northwest Hospital. If that's the case, send the bastard up Roundtown to up Liberty Road to Roundtown. That wouldn't hurt. Stupid. It's fucking stupid. We're gonna go back up. We're gonna do this in order because we need to get on MTA's ass about this shit. I'm a bus driver. I drive bus with MTA, and I don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore, y'all. Not that I understand, but at least it was some type of gratitude. Now it's just a bunch of bullshit. I don't care about a damn pandemic. I don't care what happened with the pandemic. I mean, I care about corona. I care about coronavirus and stuff, but that's not what I mean. That's what I meant. That's not what I meant by it. I mean, it's like it's one thing if you wanted to cut back on service, but it's another thing when you just decide we're going to chop a lot of these bus lines in half because we assume they don't get any ridership. I guess your 9 to 5 job down 16 Paul, if you work at 16 Paul and all you gotta do is go downtown to the business, to the Scott to William Donald Schaefer, and then come out and drive home. Never hop on a bus, maybe once every month, once every year. Yeah, you know more than anyone else do. And here's the purple proposal. The purple really ain't changing except for the Johns Hopkins portion, which was suspected. You know, it's not really a big deal. Now, for somebody who wants a straight shot to Johns Hopkins who lives in Frederick, yeah, it's a big deal to you. Like I can see it's a big deal for you, but it's actually, it's pretty much been expected that they just want to cut. It's better off cutting it to City Hall. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to the red. Now here's where the red and 52 plays a part. So the plan is to get rid of the 52 and have the red cover this part of route to 𝙈_Mars. To be honest with you, it's not really a big deal. If you want to get rid of 52, fine. But I'm kind of, I don't know, because it's hard to say because the 52 is just a supplement route. It's not like the 52 is a normal bus line, and it's not like get Raja. It's just it. If the 52 gets Raja, it's because it's the first thing coming on Green Mountain York Road because the bridge exists. Because all the 52 does is does exactly this. Star Mars down 𝙇𝙤𝙈 Valley. There's nothing on 𝙇𝙤𝙈 Valley. Uh, to Townsend and pick up. It's pick up whoever wants to get on. Whoever feels they want to get on this 52 and just want to go to North Avenue, and they figure, look, all they need to do is get anywhere between Townsend and North Avenue. All right, I'll hop on the 52. So it's not really a big deal to me that they want to send a register Star Mars. I'm just, I'm a little bit like, well, if that's the case, I mean, wouldn't you be better off just keeping the 52? I mean, really, if you get rid of 52, no one really notice except the people who work at Star Mars. You know, But I mean, if you're gonna have the red cover that, fine. So I mean, the red extends to Star Mars and get rid of 52 is not really a big deal. To me, it seemed like it's a waste of time because you know it's it seems like a waste of time because you're probably going to have trips that's just going to cut at North Avenue anyway. So it's better off. It's better off not wasting your time with trying to get rid of 52 when you're probably going to have trips cutting off at North Avenue anyway, Green Mountain North Avenue, if you have a trip from Star Mars. But we're gonna move on that. We're gonna go to silver and this one. So what you see here, the silver looks pretty much the same. This Port Covenant branch. Uh, okay, so the proposal is to have the silver connect to Port Covington. Now here's the thing. Port Covington is undergoing a rebuild, well, basically a rebuild. So Sagamore project is building new housing. I I wouldn't say I'm not going to say affordable housing, but they're building housing. So they're building a basically a retail and housing district in Port Covington. And really, the only Under Armour is there. Baltimore Sun's newspaper, I believe, is still going to be there. I believe. I'm not too certain about it. So just anything past beyond that, it's not really anything at Port Covington, bus wise, worth dealing with. But anyway, the plan is to have the silver connect to Port Covington. I, take it how you want it. It'd be one thing if it was like the old system when Walmart was there. When Walmart was there, then it made sense the 64 had goes away. But when it's nothing but, Baltimore Sun newspaper, I don't really see how it's a big deal to send it to Port Covington. But if you want to send it, if you want to just have it, you go there, just branch off and come back, take no more than like 2 minutes. I can't fault you for that. That's not really a big deal. What really is irritating me is beyond here. Now you're gonna love this. So they're gonna reroute. So the silver right now goes to Morgan State. It continues along Lot Raven alongside the green. The proposal is rerouting the silver onto 36 Ellerslie and Argonne and the Alameda to provide alternate service for the 53, which will be discontinued. Now, if you know anyone who rides the 53, you best to make them aware that MTA is proposing this shit because this is just downright ridiculous. Uh the first thing that jumps across me is who in the hell in the scheduling, I wouldn't say schedule, but in the planning, who in the hell in planning, who in planning, it's I can't even get the words out. What person in planning for MTA thought has came to the conclusion that Morgan State University has more ridership than anyone and than anything on Alameda. Like, did any one of them ever take the 53 bus line ever in their life? Or the 36? But I mean, had y'all even taken the 53 to even justify doing something like this? So you tell me there's more ridership at Morgan State University than it is on the Alameda. I mean, hell, if you want to just cut the silver to, you know, Northern Parkway and York Road like the old 36 did, hey, more power to you. But you gonna tell me that beyond the Alameda and Cold Spring Lane, there's no ridership along this stretch to justify justify having service go up there. But you tell me Morgan State has service. We're gonna move on because that is bullshit. That is about the dumbest fucking shit I ever heard. I'm sorry if I'm cussing so much, and there's probably kids that probably watch my videos too. But I, when I just found out about this, it frustrated the hell out of me. I don't even know what to think right now. But here's the yellow, one of the bus lines I hate the most. This yellow bus line, I hate it so much, and MTA has the audacity to even keep this bus line, but you're gonna cut all them bus lines apart. MTA has the audacity to do all this, but cut a lot of them bus lines apart. So here's the proposal: they're gonna have the yellow run like it usually do. Nothing changed. Here's the thing, though: they plan on getting rid of the relay service. So Guinness, the Guinness Brewery, which opened up just last year, we've been pretty much, and the workers there have been begging MTA to give service to the general area because I don't know who I don't know who doesn't do any surveys, but you can't tell me with all these with some of these trucking companies. You got Guinness, you got Estes Trucking, you got a couple of trucking companies. Then if you go to Elkridge, we get in Howard County, and we can have the chance to connect to the 409 bus line for RTA. So when the yellow relay service began, I gotta make sure I'm still on. But when the yellow relay service began, I saw this as a as a stepping stone. Because if you send to relay, it's a possibility that you can send it into Howard County. If it means only going to Elkridge, so be it. But it was some indication that we can go beyond, beyond Haleford. There's no filter or boundary. You can send it over the relay. And as you see, as a proposal, they're going to cut the relay service. They're going to cut the bus service going to Guinness Brewery, which is going to piss them off. But you're also going to cut service going to UMBC. Okay, so you don't have. Here's the thing: if you cut the yellow out of Haleford, there's no buses. There's nothing connecting to it. I've been saying this for the longest time that the 37 crosstown bus line we have should be extended to at least a Kaiser. It should be extended to Kaiser along Washington Boulevard and through here. So basically, the 37 should cover this portion of the yellow and be extended to Kaiser, which in return, which I wouldn't mind. Here's the thing: I wouldn't mind the yellow being eliminated. I wouldn't mind the yellow UMBC branch being eliminated if it means extending the 37 bus line along that same route to Kaiser. We're not going to even get that. We're not even going to get that. It's all service to Patasco, and then this little shindig UMBC trips will end at Commerce Drive. So a Beltway Business Community Business Commerce Center is a business park. To Beltway Business Park, which is with the Beltway right here. Walmart is right here, just as you turn. So you're gonna tell me UMBC trail is gonna be cut in half to Walmart. You know, like I said, I wouldn't have a problem with this if you had something covering this section, like the 37, but you don't have anything replacing it. So it now becomes a problem. On top of the yellow being as ridiculous as it is already, you're just piling on more problems. We're gonna move on to the 21. We done with the city lane routes. We're moving on to the 21. Okay. So as you saw before, the 21 is slated to be discontinued. Okay. All right. Sorry, but we finally get service on 25th Street. You take it away. Oh boy. Wolf and Washington. Here's where I think this is where the biggest problem, the biggest issue is going to come into play. Johns Hopkins Canton crossing. So Johns Hopkins and Canton. This little section right here, which used to be done. This little section used to be done by the number 13 bus line. So the number 13 bus line was once the golden 21. So what the golden 21 are today is what the 13 used to be, except for the 21 after Hartford. This is all completely new to MTA, at least for these past 3 years. So, but we finally get bus service on 25th Street. I would say all this section would be a problem, and will be a problem, but I think that's not as big as this, because oh boy, okay, you got Rashop on Linwood, you got some Rashop on Baltimore, but you got Rashop on Linwood, you got Rashop on East Avenue, you got Rashop on Madison Monument, because of the 56 doesn't run as frequent, and from what it looks like, the 56 is not going to get any improvement to a service anyway. It may say that they're going to improve service, but it's not going to cover when you took the Brown and the 120 out of the scenario and you left the 56 to fend for itself at going all the way to White Marsh from downtown. So, sorry, but to me, between Johns Hopkins and Canton, this is a big screw up. It's one thing if y'all were going to take the 20, and it would be the dumb, and I wouldn't even want them to do it. But it would be one thing if y'all would have had some type of sympathy and sent the 22 down the Canton crossing if you want to cover all this. But all in all, this is Jesus Christ. I don't even know what to say. You get rid of a whole bus line that does get ridership. It's been justified that it gets its ridership. If you want to cut back to like I wouldn't mind if y'all decide, you know what, instead of getting rid of the whole bus line, we just going to cut to 1 hour service. So be it. But you're gonna get rid of the whole thing and tell us, oh yeah, there's alternatives. I just can't. I just can't right now. And then on top of that, you don't even have enough service going down to Canton on the Gold. I don't understand why there's more service going to a dead end at North and Bell at North and Gay to a damn dead end driving faster area. There's more service going there than there are going down Wolf and Washington Street to Johns Hopkins and Canton Cross. Oh boy, we're gonna move on from that. The 26, probably the one good thing I found out of this whole proposal is they're going to extend it to Patasko Light Rail. Thank God. It took y'all 3 years. Thank God it took y'all 3 years to figure this shit out. Oh yeah, we need to send a bus to Patasko Light Rail. Congratulations, you figured this shit out. Moving on from 26. 28. Uh They're going to cut peak service from 15. Yeah. So you're going to cut peak service from 15, 30 minutes or weekday service. So you're going to cut weekday service to 40 minutes, which means what basically what MTA is saying. What MTA is saying, we're going to have the we're just going to put 2 buses on 28, and then whatever. Because 38 takes about no, that would be because 38 takes about like 40 minutes to do. So it'd probably be 3 buses on that route, but 29 is going to reduce service from 20 to 40 minutes to every 25 to 45 minutes. I mean, if you want the 29 to be looking like if y'all is so keen on coronavirus and not people not spreading coronavirus, you damn well better put some alt ticks on the 29, because doing this to the 29 is going to fucking it's going to I don't know. I don't have words for this. You're going to reduce the 31 service 15 to 30 minutes to 20 to 30 minutes, which means you're just going to leave 3 buses on the route. You're going to reduce the 33 bus line to run every hour. Yeah, okay. All right. So here's the funny thing about this whole thing. The 33 bus line, this bus line, the 33 bus line of all bus lines, you're going to keep this? I mean, I don't want to see any of them being discontinued, but you can't tell me, oh yeah, we're gonna reduce the service on the 33 to every hour because it gets ridership. So you tell me the 33 gets more ridership than this bus line, the 21? Absolutely not, not in any way, shape, or form. If you want to extend the 33 to White Marsh or extend it to cover the 34, the gap in the 34. Oh, matter of fact, we about to get to that. So be it. And here's the fun. And here's the kicker right here now. So here's the proposal for 34. So, all right, to Green Spring Station. Green Spring Station is not actually a rail station. It's just a business center. So Green Spring Station is nothing but a business center. But uh, this whole stretch of Forest Road, there's no rush on this. Really, no rush on this stretch of Forest Road. So, all right, we're gonna exclude Green Spring Station, all that, and focus on Forest Road in this general area. Now, okay, so according to someone in planning, there's no right. According to them, there's no ridership in Chesterwell and all that. So you tell me there's nothing, there's no ridership on Falls Road Light Road because we about to get to this. So there's no ridership. There's nobody that's getting on a bus from Falls Road like Mount Washington. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this. I'm going to jump between. I'm going to talk about the 33. I'm going to jump between the 34 and 94 and the 91 because that's going to play a part too, and the 92. So we're going to focus on this part right around Mount Washington. So you see Mount Washington. This general area is Pickwick, Chatswell, Glen Park, and Mount Washington. So there would be none. The 34 really is the only bus line going through this area. There would be zero bus line, zero bus service going in this area. We're gonna stick into this. We're gonna stick in this general area. There'll be no service. I'm gonna jump down to 94, and here's what they're doing with the 94. So I'm gonna spoil it for you. Oh well, matter of fact, we're gonna go jump to 92. So 92 is a school tripper. If anything, that was probably the only hope if you were to decide to get rid of 34. 92 is a school tripper, but if you wanted to turn into a regular, regular bus line, At least that would have been something if you want to get rid of the 34. But you're getting rid of 92. But 92 is just a school trip for the Hebrew students. So it's not to sound prejudiced, but it's a Jewish school service. But that's not really important. 94. Here's what 94. 94 is slated to be cut in half. So it's not going to go up Frost Road anymore. 94 is not going to go up Frost Road. Not going to connect to Mount Washington. Not going to serve Keno. It will continue to serve Sinai, but they're going to have it go up Roland Avenue, which is what the 21 does. Go up Roland Avenue, take 41st, which I don't mind, but I still want service to go up Falls Road. So you're completely depleting any service on Falls Road. So what about the people along here that works and lives along here? What about the people that works and lives along here between 41st Street? Not really a big deal right here, but what about all this? And you got the 33 still in service. How can y'all justify that the 33 bus line gets more ridership than any other bus lines that y'all decided to get rid of? And so you're going to have 94 fall to 22. So now so this whole thing about y'all don't want to do light bright or double overlapping another bus line, you're going to have 94 literally fall to 22 all the way. I mean, if you're going to do this with 94, you might as well send it back to Mondawmin. But y'all decide, you know what? We're going to do this and have it go to Green Spring Avenue, do what the 91 does, and go to Sinai. Yeah, except that there's more ridership going from the subway than it is going from the light rail. It's been like this forever until what y'all decide y'all want to propose next year. Y'all figure, oh yeah, we're going to create some new connections. Well, it's because of pandemic, but we're going to create some new connections. You never know. Kiss my ass with that shit. You can kiss my ass with that shit. There's no one at Sinai. There's no one in this general section of Green Spring Avenue from Sinai who are looking to get to the light rail. They're looking to get to the subway or anything at Mondawmin. But on top of that, I mean, if it wouldn't bother me if it wasn't for the fact y'all took everything off of here. So you don't have any bus service on Falls Road. The only thing that's connecting to Mount Washington is the 33 bus line. So you completely forget about every person in this general area. And then here's the kicker. So now that you get rid of 94 bus service on Falls Road, which means, and we're gonna get to the 51 because this so many shit just ties in together. Okay, so between Green Mountain York Road is right here, this little section right here. And the furthest crosstown bus lines that we have is the 30 and 33, which is on Northern Parkway. So there's no other alternative because the 51 is slated to be discontinued. So along here, Rogers Forge and all this, in Charles, there's no 51 service going between downtown wherever. Okay, so there's nothing I can't link to downtown from there. 94 gonna be gone. Okay, I can't link from downtown from there. 95 gonna be gone. 94 at Falls Road, I can't link the downtown anywhere south, north south. How far do you gotta go to get to a bus line to go north and south? The 94. Like, honest to God, the only thing that's going north and south, west of York Road is 94, which is, this is literally 5.5 miles, if not maybe more, maybe 6 miles, maybe 6.5. But I think it's about 5.5 miles. There's nothing you can take going north and south until you get to Sinai. And then on top of that, if you're going north and south, you're not even going all the way north and south because you got to go back east all the way to Hampton in order to go north and south. This is a complete joke. And I'm trying to do it in order, but you just go one by one, you just start seeing that everything just ties into a fuck up. But here's the part. But here's the screw up part right here. We still on a 34. So you got rid of 34 section beyond Rod Station, Mount Washington. Well, I mean, you got rid of the whole 34 entirely. So you're getting rid of bus service in this general area. MTA already went through this issue back in 2006, I believe. I believe it was in 2006. MTA have already went through this issue when GBBi got rid of the 57 bus line. And before the 57 bus line was the M6. So at the time, GBBi decided, it wasn't 2008. I think it was 2008, because 2008 is when they changed all the numbers. But nonetheless, they decided they want to get rid of bus service on Glen Oak Avenue. And the people that live along in this section of Glen Oak Avenue raised a ruckus because MTA basically told them, well, you're just going to have to walk to Rogers Avenue to get to the next bus line. Or you just got to go over to Garrison Boulevard to get the next bus line. And so I guess MTA doesn't learn from their mistakes and decide they want to go in for second dibs and see how this community is going to push back against them. So you decide you don't have any bus service along Glen Oak Avenue. This is Liberty Heights Avenue, so that's covered by the Lime, which is going to be another disaster. Forest Park Avenue. Well, here's the problem with this part. MTA decided they only put one bus stop beyond where the 79 ends. So really you don't have anything between except one bus stop, and that's going southbound. You don't even have a northbound bus stop until you get on the Liberty. So yeah, you actually creating a problem of saying, oh yeah, well, this is not a ride share on this little section of Forest Park. Yeah, because if y'all don't put any bus stops there, how anyone gonna know if 34 goes for there? They just see it bypassing, but they don't really know, how much it would benefit them. But on top of all this, you decide, oh yeah, we don't need ride share along this section on Ingleside. We don't need ride share along this section of Ingleside. With people living in these two general areas, and they trying to get to the subway. It's not even a case of trying to get downtown. It's trying to connect crosstown. You're getting rid of that. I'm telling you right now, 34 gets ride share. It may not get you the best ride share, but it gets ride share. I can't see where, again, it goes back to the 33. I can't see where getting rid of 34 is more justified than getting rid of 33. The funny thing is the 34 only uses two bus lines the whole day, all day, every single day. It only uses two buses. It runs every hour, every day. And 33 runs every 40 minutes. Now, granted, 33 only takes about like 30 minutes to get from one end to the other. But the 33 uses two bus lines. Which is like, okay, like the 33 bus line does not get even remotely enough round trip to even justify getting rid of 21 north of 34. But you decide we're going to keep the 33 bus line, and you're not even going to do anything to it. You're going to just have to go to Mount Washington and then just leave this general area. The 33, right here where you see the 30 at Norton Parkway, it turns out Falls Road and ends at Mount Washington Loop, which is light road. Except of, I don't know, bringing back the 58 bus line. You know the old 58 bus line that used to, I don't know, used to go from White Marsh to Right Sound Plaza and do all this that the 34 did, and did the White Marsh portion on Bel Air Road that how about the 15, which is now the Brown. If you're going to do this, why don't you just bring back the old 58? Just have the 33 do everything the 58 did. This is just, The 36. We're going to move on to 36. So they're going to decide to extend the 34 to GBMC. So they're not going to have to go through Shepherd Pride anymore. They're going to extend it to GBMC. Extension maintains Townsend's connections to GBMC and Shepherd Pride as an alternative to discontinued routes 51, 53. Okay, so we got rid of 51, which is on this side. The 51 is the only one that connected to GMBC. I mean GMBC to GBMC, and you got a 53, which is I'm sorry, but that's never going. That's not going to happen because if it happens, 16 Park is going to get burned down, and then to add insult to injury, you're not even going to add service. You're going to extend the 36 bus line to these two to St. Joseph's Hospital, the Shepherd Pratt Mental Institution, and to GBMC. But you're not even going to add service. Y'all don't have y'all don't even have the audacity even. Y'all don't even have the wherewithal to even add service to it. You just oh yeah, right now it runs every 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna cut that back. It's gonna run every 45 minutes. So, and oh yeah, and the schedule's gonna stay the same. Bus service gonna stop running. So you're gonna reduce the frequency, and on top of that, you're still gonna have it with the same schedule where it ends at 11 o'clock. So y'all not doing anything except extending it, getting rid of bus lines that did their part. You want to get rid of bus lines that did their part, that does their part. Two bus line that does their part. Extend a bus line that needs help and don't even help it. Moving on. 37. You're going to reduce the frequency from 20 to 40 minutes to 30 and 60 minutes. Oh, congratulations. And y'all not even going to extend it to y'all not even going to extend it to Walmart, to Washington Boulevard after y'all got rid of your UMBC branch. Okay. Moving on. You're getting rid of 38 bus line. This one, I'm not really. All right, I'll put it like this: the 38 bus line is just a school tripper. And even when a 38 first started, I never really understood it to begin with. So it's a school tripper, but it's like a school tripper that does a route, which is it's whatever. So 38 is not really a big deal. Maybe for some kid. I mean, hell, I wouldn't be surprised if there's kids that live, that goes to Poly and Western and all this actually wants to connect to here, but it's whatever. The 38 is not really a big deal. Now here's where the biggest deal comes. 51. Okay, so okay. You don't have anything covering Rogers Forge. According to MTA, oh, Rogers Forge is nothing but college students that goes to Townsend. Oh yeah. You don't think any of them college students don't go downtown? Oh, you don't think that there's also people who don't go to college that works 9 to 5 jobs downtown? You don't think they don't need bus service? So you tell me, oh, how about you just walk over to York Road? According to the map, and it's funny because it's not the first time that he did this. Where someone said, oh well, when we looked on the map, it seemed like it was closer. Like you got this general area of Rogers Forge. You depleting patrons of bus service in Rogers Forge. You're depleting bus service on Charles Street. I get it. Notre Dame, it's not really a lot of roster right here. Notre Dame University is closing down. Loyola is still there, and all this. I mean, it may not be enough roster to justify having something go for here, but you still had to have something go for here. That's just the case. You got to have something going for you because you do. Because even if you don't get any roster along here, you do have people from Rogers Forge that needs to get downtown some way. So why are you going to force not having anything covering this part? Just because, well, there's no roster on Charles Street. So, oh yeah, there's no roster on Charles Street on this portion of Charles Street. It justified getting rid of the entire route because well, Rogers Forge get roster, but it's not enough to justify because Charles Street don't get roster. It's a whole fucking it's a game. It's a ridiculous game. You're getting rid of 51. I'm sorry, but that's not even going to happen. And if it does, again, don't be surprised if people be standing outside St. Paul. 52, we already got on top of that. They're going to merge 52 with the red, which is not really a big deal. But I'm thinking that's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time going through the trouble. Or it's not worth going through the trouble because y'all probably going to have a trip that ends at North Avenue anyway. But whatever. 53, which is the biggest fuck up I've seen in this whole thing. So you're going to tell me the 53 bus line, which is in maybe the top 20 out of all the bus lines in the MTA, the 53, which is in the top 20, maybe ranked number 15, but it's definitely in the top 20 of all the bus lines in our entire system as far as ridership. You're going to get rid of the entire 53 bus line. Like, and here's the funny thing: they don't even know why they're getting rid of it. They're just saying the entire route is proposed to be discontinued, but we're going to have alternative service. There'll be alternative service. How we didn't even get rid of everything. There'll be alternative service covering that. Like, no way. There's no way y'all going to tell me the one bus line that's in your top 20 as far as ridership go is not worth keeping. But you keep the 33 bus line. And then oh my god, I don't know what to say, man. 53 falls. Here's where it's going to start becoming the fuck up. Anything south of 36th Street. Okay, you know what? If you decide we don't need to send 53 any further past 33rd Street, we decide we're going to take the Johns Hopkins University. Hey, who am I to go against you? But you going to tell me you actually you have the balls to even say you don't need it, but you don't need a 36. I mean, you don't need a 53 at all. The silver's going to cover this and go to Morgan State University. Don't let Morgan State University fool you and thinking, oh yeah, because it's a college that must get a lot of ridership. It's a mirage. I'm telling you right now, it's a mirage. Morgan State University could care less about the silver existing. Those students who go to Morgan State University that lives in the general area around Morgan State University can give two shits about the silver not going to Morgan State University because they all hop on the green. Because you know what the green does? It goes to Townsend. It goes to Townsend Town Center. It goes out Lot Raven Road. It goes downtown. The silver just going this downtown across 33rd Street to Morgan. Those students don't give a fuck about the silver. But according to MTA, oh yeah, there's a lot of roster that goes to Morgan, so we're going to cut service. We're going to cut service the whole entire Alameda past past Cold Spring. There's so much ridership on this section. This is where the 53's ridership takes off, the Alameda. I wouldn't even have a problem if they decide, you know what, let's just send a silver to like the old 36 did. Cause the old 36 used to go out the Alameda and then make a left. Instead of making a right like the 53 did or does. The 36 makes a left and goes to Northern Park York Road and loop around Cedar and all that Lake Avenue, Cedarwood. But I wouldn't even have a problem if the silver did that. At least at least you're not depleting the Alameda bus service. But you depleting this whole entire section of the Alameda of bus service. And then on top of that, let's not just worry about the Alameda. Let's forget everyone that lives up here on Joppa Road, beyond Lock Raven. Bus has been going up Lock Raven since Baltimore became a city. Baltimore, for as long as Baltimore has been in existence, there's been a bus going up this far up I'm sorry, this far up 𝙈𝙈𝙈𝙈𝙈. We talking about maybe 80 years, 89 years, ever since the first streetcar began service. Ever since the very first streetcar began service for the Baltimore Transit Company, there's been service going up 𝙈𝙈𝙈 to Joppa. No matter how many changes, Baltimore transit system is going through, there's always been bus, been some type of service, streetcar or bus, been going up Joppa Road. But come January, come 2021, yeah, come 2021, yeah, all that's gonna be gone. And then here's the funny thing: you don't even have the 103 or 104 because you got rid of 103 and 104 as well. I mean, if you're gonna do all this, why don't you just give it to the green? Why don't you just give it to the green if you want to do all this? I don't get it. You're gonna do all this instead of just, I don't know, give it to the green because the green can do all this. You don't have an alternative. It's fucking ridiculous. The 56. So what they gonna do? You seen the 56? They basically just gonna pile everything on the 56. So they gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna just add extra 5 minutes to the frequency. I'm gonna move on from that because weekend service not gonna change. Like, oh my god, you that is about the pettiest fucking thing. You're gonna increase weekday service by 5 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna just add 5 minutes. We're not gonna run it every 10 minutes. Nah, you're gonna run it every 15 minutes. That should be enough, right? Yeah, that'd be enough. What about the weekends? All right, well, no, weekend service gonna still be 45 minutes. Okay, moving on. 57. Now I may be in the minority, but I seen this coming. To be honest, I really didn't understand how the 57 has been running this long. Anyway, because it's just a circle, but it has it has a purpose. The 57 bus line before the 57 was the 50, and the 50 been running since the 50s. Oddly enough, since like the 40s or 50s or something like that. But I I've always figured like, okay, maybe the 57 does need to, you know, they need to get rid of 57, but I don't think you need to get rid of, just completely leave all this without bus service. Because I figured it would probably make sense to have the 59 and you see the 63. We're gonna get to the 63 and the 59. You know what? Matter of fact, we're gonna just focus on 57 because I don't want to spoil that. 57 going to get cut. I expected it, unfortunately, but it's going to probably get cut anyway. Here's 59. It's way to get discontinued. Okay. Whispering Woods, apartment complexes. You got apartment complex at the very end of the route that gets ridership. You got apartment complexes along Curl Island and Bowley's Quarters. I can't speak English right now. You got ridership in this general area. You got, man. Okay, so according to whoever works, so according to the person in charge of statistics, they said, well, there's no ridership along Eastern Boulevard except at these two sections of the route. All right, you know what? We're just gonna get rid of it altogether. That's actually the only reason to get rid of 59 because it's low ridership. They're not going to say it. They're not going to say it, but it's definitely due to low ridership. And they figure, oh well, it's overlapping the 62. The 62 goes right there, so that's not too far from there. They can walk. Oh, it's orange is right there. Oh well, why we got 3 bus lines going on Eastern Boulevard? You know what? 3 bus lines not even enough for Eastern Boulevard. And then on top of that, here's 63 bus line. We about to get to that one. So the 59 bus line is going to be cut entirely altogether. And right now, as is pretty much spoken to, the 63. So the 63 that we know right now, that goes from Trade Point, or if you hadn't been in Baltimore in a long time, Trade Point is Spurs Point. So if you remember Spurs Point, that's Trade Point Atlantic. Okay, so 63 right now as today, Trade Point to Bayview with select trips, and on weekends all trips going to downtown. So the plan is to extend the 63 to Gardenville. Okay. Okay. I'm lost on this one. So which one is it, MTA? Do you want to send 63 to Gardenville, or do you want to send it downtown? Because it makes absolutely no fucking sense to have two branches. You gotta make up your mind. Do you want to send it downtown, or do you want to send it to Gardenville? Otherwise, if you're gonna be doing this, oh well, we're gonna split it. It's gonna be some trips that go to Gardenville and some trips that go downtown. Then why don't you just keep the fucking 59 then? Why you just keep the 59? The 59 will use two buses. And what you think you're gonna do with the 63 when you put in service to go to Gardenville? You're gonna be using two buses. So the same amount of buses you're using for the 59, you're gonna be using for the 63 to cover this. So what I don't understand where as far as I really don't understand where you're going to say that the budget is going to be an issue when you got a bus line that's no longer not just going to be just two buses on it now. There's going to be four buses. I don't know because I wonder. We're going to add four buses. We're going to add two more buses to the 63 so that now we'll have probably four buses. When them two buses could have been used for the 59 and cover where the ridership is of Wilson Woods. 62. They're going to decrease service 30, 40 minutes, 45, 60 minutes. Good luck. If those people in Essex and Dundalk hadn't already gotten your ass back in 2017 about not touching the 62, especially with everything that's going on, you better call riot police because those people in the 62. And if you do it, because y'all got, because right now MDOT MTA has an advantage because all they're going to do is because right now the meetings, like when they have the outreach and all stuff, it's all going to be via Skype and stuff, via Skype and phone call. So there's not going to be an in-person, physical, face-to-face conversation about what you got, what needs to be done, what doesn't need to be done. So MDOT has that advantage. They pretty much playing this fucking coronavirus game with everyone right now. So it's like, okay, there's no time now to get rid of express bus lines, and there's no time but now to cut a lot of service without telling everybody about it. Because everybody has internet connection, everyone can use Skype, and on top of that, y'all don't even know how many people can fit into one Skype call. So y'all had these little meetings and stuff, and let's say the people on the 62 bus line, Dundalk and Essex people, all don't want to join in on that one Skype call. So I'm wondering how much space is going to be available for these sessions and stuff. Because if you can only fit 20 people per call, yeah, it's not going to happen. There's going to be an issue. There's going to be a problem. There's going to be lawsuits, probably. And here's the 63 bus line. This is funny. So you're going to do all this. Oh yeah, weekday and weekend service frequency will not change. Yeah, we're gonna add service to C3 so we can go to Gardenville to cover the 59 and overlap the 30 and connect to the Brown, yeah, we're not going to change weekday and weekend service. So the weekend service that we have right now, every hour, yeah, it's going to stay like that. Oh, I'm sorry. So let me get this straight. So you're going to tell me, during rush hour, because during rush hour the C3 runs every 15-30 minutes, maybe. So is that going to be split with Gardenville and all that stuff? How that's going to work? Because weekend service is every 30 hours. It's every 30 minutes or every hour, something like that. But here's the thing: at all other times, there's going to be no service. I mean, at all other times, when there's only one bus on the 63 bus line, and you decide you want to send to Gardenville, I don't know what to say, man. We'll move on from that. 67 as expected. You're gonna cut 60 minutes. It's not really a big deal. 69. Okay, so we're going. That's good. 69 is run every 30 minutes or 40 minutes, but that comes at a cost. The number 70. The number 70. The only bus line of MTA connected to Annapolis. And now you may say, oh, what about the 210, 215? They connect to Annapolis. Oh no, they're gonna be gone. MTA is gonna get rid of the 210, 215. So the only thing connecting Annapolis to Baltimore is the number 70. That's going to be gone as well. And they say up here, since commuter buses 210, 215 are also proposed to be discontinued, there would be no alternative direct service between Baltimore and Annapolis. Okay, MTA, if you're going to do this, you better be in some type of conversation. You better have some type of proposal with Annapolis Transit or Aaron County. I wanted to. I'm pretty sure this would be Aaron County's transit boards, the Aaron County Transit Committee's position, because I mean, I can't see where Aaron County is going to set MTA not having service beyond Jump's Hole. So this is going to be on Aaron County and see how they're going to do things. Now, if Aaron County decide, you know what, go ahead and just cut the service. We're going to do it ourselves then. Fine, because I'm pretty sure if Aaron County would do it, if Aaron County gets a hold on this, they probably going to decide, you know what, we're going to do exactly what the Assembly does, but we're just going to go to we're just going to go to Cornwall Station, which is right. It's Glen-Burnie Light Road, but yeah, they're going to say we're going to go to Glen-Burnie Light Road. But if MTA doesn't have any I don't know, any proposals, any alternatives with the other two agencies, because Annapolis Transit operates Annapolis. Because I'm not going to see, I can't see what Annapolis Transit is going to go anywhere beyond Aaron Community College. So all this is going to have relied solely on Aaron County Transit Committee. Now, if y'all have a deal with the Aaron County Transit Committee to provide the service between Annapolis and Glen-Burnie Light Road, fine, so be it. But if y'all don't have any alternative, as what y'all saying up here, there will be no alternative, we have an absolute problem. And I'm telling you right now, with all the stuff that's been going on, Black Lives Matter, Annapolis is one of the communities, the state capital. Annapolis is our state capital. So here's the thing: y'all cutting service in front of the damn governor himself. The governor is in Annapolis. And then on top of that, the black community around Annapolis who rely on this 70 bus line to get them from at least to the light rail. If it's not to Baltimore City, at least to the light rail. You depleting them of bus service. And it's not just African Americans, it's whites as well. You depleting people who ride the 70. And during rush hour, the 70 is jammed. May not be the case. Yes, you may justify that right now because of the coronavirus, but any other time, the 70 is jam packed during rush hour to Annapolis. Any other time during on the regular weekday and stuff, there's rush up between Annapolis and at least the light rail. Y'all depleting these people of bus service. It's 71. We're gonna go to 71. Oh my god. Okay, 71. I'm not surprised that they're going to get rid of this because the 71 has been doing so many detours, it don't even justify existing anymore. Yeah, so 71, yeah, unfortunately, with so many detours the 71 has, because again, like I said before, the Port Covington part, you can't go beyond this point. So what you see beyond Port Covington and this little part under 95, you can't even go this way anymore. So the 71 actually has to do this, come back to Hanover, go up, and then take the street that goes under 95 to do that. So that's one detour. And then when it gets into Cherry Hill, it has to take another detour because it can't go down Annapolis Road because they're doing bridge construction here. And they also doing bridge construction over top of the 295, but they're doing one side at a time. So the same one actually has to run alongside the same three down Huntsbury Road to come to Tasco. So getting rid of the same one, not that it's hit or miss. I think I'm hit or miss on the same one being eliminated because I like at this point there's so many detours on that route. It's not even a route anymore. But we're gonna get at this same three. So we're gonna go all the way back to the Lime in Pennsylvania Avenue. So the Lime, when you used to go on Pennsylvania Avenue, so there's gonna be no service on Pennsylvania Avenue beyond Penn North because 85 is doing again. 85 is covering Penn North beyond that. So south of North Avenue on Pennsylvania Avenue, there's no bus service. Oh shoot, let me go back. Let me move on this. Go down to the what was that? 73. So 73. So 73 as well doesn't connect to 73 also connects with Pennsylvania Avenue. So you don't have any bus service on Pennsylvania Avenue. And there's one thing you're gonna say, oh well, you can take the subway, but there's no subway connecting this far down. And then the only bus line you got even remotely going to. So here's the kicker. You don't have any bus service besides the subway. You don't have any bus service beyond North Avenue, south of North Avenue, because the Lime ain't going down past Mondon, so and the 85 is only going to Penn North, so there's no bus service. You telling everybody got to hop on the subway. Okay, that's fine. Until they get to Upton, then what about they got to go further south down Pennsylvania Avenue? There's no bus service. Oh, well, we got the Pink. The Pink doesn't go downtown. The Pink goes to West Baltimore MARC station. The Pink doesn't do anything relevant. If you want to be honest, if we want to be dead honest, the Pink doesn't do anything relevant. And y'all getting rid of the same three. So you're leaving this area of McCullough Homes. You're leaving this area of McCullough Homes without any kind of bus service besides the 53. I mean, besides the Pink. You're leaving the entire area of McCullough Homes with nothing but the Pink. And the Pink doesn't even go downtown. And as far as what, and it don't go up into Pennsylvania Avenue. It don't go east along Preston Biddle. It don't even go downtown. It goes along lousy ass Madison and Monument Streets. Going east. Going west, it goes along Lafayette. Just to go down, go along Fulton and Monroe to go to Westboro MARC. They don't do anything. So you don't have anything on Pennsylvania Avenue. You don't have anything on Pack and Green. So now you're missing out on connecting these people to University Hospital. You don't have any bus service going to the Greyhound besides the 26. You don't have anything going to this side of Westport. Yes, you got this one side of Westport, but you got two sides. You got one Westport on the east side of 295 and one Westport on the west side of 295. You are completely skipping out on the west end of Westport, on Mount Winans, Lakeland. Oh yeah, there's no service on Hollinsbury Road. You taking bus service, absolutely taking bus service out of Baltimore Highlands. And if you're going to do all that, what about the yellow? If you're going to do all that, why don't we just send the yellow down Baltimore Highlands? There's no ridership on Daisy Avenue. If we're going to do, if you already cutting the yellow in half like that, you might as well just send down Baltimore Highlands. Ridiculous, man. 75. The only thing they're doing is taking out the Parkway Center branch. I don't know what to say about that because who knows? It's not a lot of ridership. There's not a lot of ridership, but at the same time, you do have. I'll put it like this. This is MTA's fault for why there's not a lot of ridership here. Because here's the thing: you got warehouses. You have an abundance of warehouses right around here and at Parkway Center. But you guess what happens? The same 5 only runs during rush hour, and that's only like 2 or 3 buses. There's only like 2 or 3 buses during rush hour that even connects to Parkway Center, and they don't even run during the times when people that work during the shifts. So you're leaving people who are trying to connect to jobs without a bus that just going to connect them to a job. And then you're going to justify why there's not a lot of ridership to Parkway Center because you got the service running during peak rush hours, which is not the hours that people come into work that works at these jobs. Come on, what the fuck? What's wrong with y'all? 74. They're going to decrease the headway from 20 30 minutes to 30 40 45. I don't even give a fuck anymore. I'm fucking frustrated. I'm gonna be frustrated until October. I got a whole month until this, till we get to this point. But they're gonna decrease service on 77. Oh yeah, the blue's fine, but you're gonna decrease service on 77, but you got the blue Westgate branch of existing. This is so fucking stupid, man. I had never seen such an atrocity in my life. 78 midday service. They're going to increase it from 20 to 15 minutes. Congratulations. Good job. Good job, motherfuckers. And we already talked about the 81 disaster. Okay, I'm about to go real hard into MTA. So MTA, y'all think y'all can get rid of all 82. So us bus drivers that drive y'all motherfucking routes for y'all. You got the audacity to take our bus away from us. You're gonna take the bus drivers that gotta drive these goddamn bus routes for y'all. And that's gonna have drive these bus routes if y'all even pass those fucking proposals. You're gonna take the one bus line connecting us between Wrightstown and Rogers. You're gonna take that away from us. You're gonna take away this bus service. You're gonna take away. You're just getting rid of A2 altogether. You're gonna take away Hilton. So you're gonna tell me there's no ridership on Dolefield on this section of Dolefield? Because after Dolefield and Cold Spring, which is on 28, there's nothing beyond here east of West Cold Spring. So you tell me, so according to y'all, there's no ridership on Dover Avenue. According to y'all, there's no ridership on Hilton Avenue. According to y'all, there ain't no ridership on Glens Falls. According to y'all, there's no ridership at New Shallow. According to y'all, there's no ridership at Mountain Verde. So you're gonna tell me the whole A2 bus route, just no ridership? You're gonna have the senior citizens of Mountain Verde is gonna smack y'all with a cane, as well as New Shallow. You're gonna have the community members and stuff of Hanlon Park that's gonna get on your ass for not putting bus service on Glens Falls. You're gonna have the people on Hilton Road that's gonna come to 6 St. Paul with a gun and blow your head off. What the hell? And then you're gonna have us, the bus operators at Northwest Division, is going straight out. We are going straight out have a one-on-one conversation in that lobby. If y'all even touch this damn A2. A3, they're going to decrease service from 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes to 30 to 60 minutes. Fucking bullshit. A7, they're going to decrease service 30, 40 minutes, 45, 60 minutes. Whatever. A9, you're going to cut service to Red Brook and Red Land Court. You're going to cut service to Red Run because it's not a lot of ridership. Except of like, I don't know, keeping it like it is. I'm sorry, but bro. And then the thing, here's what I don't understand. You're going to decrease the ride, so you're going to decrease the headway, which in turn means all you had to do. Oh my God, you're going to decrease the headway. Except of like simplify, except of kind of tying in some way where it's like you're going to still have some type of service connected. But you're going to decrease the headway. I'm out it. You're getting rid of the 91, which only uses one bus line. I don't get where I just don't get where y'all could justify. Oh yeah, let's just get rid of 94 and add to 9. Let's get rid of 91 and add to 94. When the 91 only uses one bus. I mean, god damn, the 91 uses one bus. The 91 takes 12 minutes to get from Mondawmin to Sinai. 15 minutes to get from Sinai to back to Mondawmin. So overall, the 91 bus line in total takes less than 30 minutes to do. A round trip. A round trip from Mondawmin to Sinai Hospital back down to Mondawmin takes less than 30 minutes. And it only uses one bus. And all it needs is one bus. And you're gonna tell me, no, that's not enough. We're gonna send the 94 all the way from off of Falls Road. You forget everybody that's on Falls Road that need bus service, and you're gonna have it run alongside of Nut 22, which is something that y'all trying to avoid with this whole Bowman Link thing. And send up Green Spring to Sinai. Man. And we got on 92. Ah, my God, what is going on? What the hell is going on? 93. Oh, great. Yes, we're gonna extend the 93 to Walmart. Not, and y'all already saw this. 95. Y'all getting rid of 95. I mean, how many times? There hasn't been a bus line that's been targeted for discontinuation than the 95. I'm telling you right now, the 95 has been targeted. Before the 95, it was the 61. 61 has been targeted for discontinuation forever, for the longest of times. And time again, MTA fails it because these people along Roland Avenue ain't going to have it. You know why? Because if anyone else that's in an impoverished situation don't have a voice, these people in Roland Park definitely do. And if you get rid of this bus line on Roland Avenue, you damn sure ain't going to have your vote. So the very governor that who has you on his payroll to conduct these studies, to do these proposals, these plans for MTA, he gets his votes from these people. It's not. This is not. Here's the thing. This is not Governor Hogan's fault. So I'm not even going to blame Governor Hogan because he has nothing to do on the transportation side. He just told MTA, look, you got to meet a budget. You got to meet a budget limit for 2021. All this is on MTA. Maryland Department of Transportation, MTA. This is all on them. This is not Governor Hogan's fault. This is MDOT. This is MDOT. But here's the thing. Hogan has you on his payroll. And you know what's going to happen? If you take bus service off the 94, if you take this bus service off the 95 on Rolling Avenue, you take bus service off of Rolling Avenue. And on top of that, the number 7, we go to 9, where's number 7 yet? You take bus service out of Annapolis. The governor is in Annapolis. The governor walks out the state capitol building. The first bus, the first MTA bus he's going to see is the 70. The 70 lays over in front, damn near in front of the state capitol. And then African American community all around Annapolis, their one connection into the city in some way, shape, or form, right? It's into Baltimore City physically, or it's by the light rail, transferring to light rail to go into it. It's the 70. I'm telling you right now, Governor Hogan is once these people get a hold of this whole proposal, because it just came out. Once these people get a hold of this proposal, they are going to be right here in Annapolis at Governor Hogan's front doorstep, and I guarantee you, Governor Hogan is going to be right on MDOT's ass. Like, you better not get rid of 70, and you damn sure better not get rid of 95, because that's my votes going right out the window. So you're gonna lose your own. You're gonna lose the very guy that's putting you on his payroll. You're gonna lose some votes by getting rid of these two lines. Good luck. I want y'all to go ahead, lose your jobs. 103. We're gonna get to the express bus lines because it's been expected. There was no perfect time to get rid of the bus lines for once and for all. Is now. So 103, you getting rid of it. I'm ashamed because y'all don't have an alternative. You're not even going to send a green up to drop the road to cover this section. 104, the same thing. Even though 104 only go, it Harvey East portion didn't really make sense. Hawkins and stuff, but still, you don't have a green going up, connecting up, drop the road and shit. 105, you're getting rid of that. So you're going to tell okay. So you're not going to send the paint downtown. So the people who live along Sedonia, along St. Clair, these very people who hated the first day the paint began because the paint never went downtown, and were forced to have to hop on the 105, which means they are forced to pay 40 cents more for a ride. You're going to take that one connection from off of Sedonia St. Clair to downtown away from. Oh, the paint. Oh, here's the excuse the MTA going to come. Oh, well, the paint does go downtown. It goes along Madison Monument, or Center Street. Oh, well, Center Street is just. Oh, Center Street is right there where the Washington Monument is. Oh, you know where the Washington Monument in Mount Vernon is? That's where the paint is, on Madison Center. So you want to get downtown? At least you like a couple. You only about like a half a mile for downtown. So you're gonna tell me that section of the paint that has virtually no ridership at all compared to the 105 going into downtown, which has, I don't know, a lot of ridership in comparison? You're gonna get rid of that. All right, good luck. You're gonna get rid of that. 115. 105 is one of the bus lines you shouldn't be getting rid of unless you're gonna find an alternative. And that alternative would be, I don't know, the pink, the 115. Again, you're not going to have anything beyond Ole on Bella Road. Good luck. 120. You're going to force everyone to get on 56. Good luck. And you're not even going to add any more service to it. Bullshit. 150. The 150 is one of the express bus lines. They need to think long and hard about getting rid of. If you do not have an alternative, for the 150, at least to Ellicott City, this is not going to happen. These people that lives and works from downtown in Howard County at Ellicott City or Columbia and rely on this 150. I'm telling you right now. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of them works at 6 St. Paul. The very one, so you depleting your very own co-workers at 6 St. Paul, at a lot of them state owned buildings downtown. You are taking their service, your own co-worker service away from them. So you 154. All right, I expected this to happen. I know some people ain't gonna like it, but fine. It probably need to be done so you can add more servers to 54. That means if you're going to add more servers to 54. Now, if you're going to take away the 154 and not add any more servers to the 54, we have a fucking problem. The 160. You took the 59 out, so you don't have anything going in for you. But I mean, the 160 was expected. I don't mind a 160 going somewhere. 164, yeah, I expect the 164 to get eliminated. Now I know bus whatever, but I know one person in particular who doesn't want to see a bus service going away at Riviera Beach, but eventually it was going to happen. Like there's nothing going to Riviera Beach. There's nothing at Riviera Beach. Now I'm saying that, but who knows? Who knows anymore for real? Okay, so that's local bus service. Mobility. This is the proposal. If y'all care about mobility, if you know someone that relies on mobility, okay. So to make it a better understanding, where you see the red dots. So the red dots that you see right now is the service area, as you see right here. It's a service area where mobility connects. So the red dots indicate as of present, as of today, is where mobility serves. Now the goal represents what's going to happen January 3rd, 2022. So okay, so this general area of Parkway Center, no. So the general area of Parkway Center, no more mobility. Whispering Woods, no more mobility. Bel Air Road, literally no mobility. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh my God. This section of oh my God, I don't even know what to say. This section of Parkville, no mobility. Jesus Christ. This whole section. Oh my God, yo. Like literally, this whole section. Oh my God, yo. Like honestly, literally in this general area of the Beltway, no mobility. Deer Park, Brownstown, Brownstown. Y'all, you know you're gonna have bus service go through there. You're not even gonna have mobility. That is an insult, man. You taking that like okay? I play and then at Richie Highway, the whole 70 bus line. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know anymore. I don't know what to say anymore. This is just downright fucking ridiculous. Now here's the funny thing. Here's what makes it so funny. So this is supposed to take place January 2022. So the fixed route bus line, the fixed route bus proposal is supposed to take place in 2021. Here's the funny thing. They said Liberty Road, go to the listing for the 81. You took bus service. You got rid of the 81. You got rid of bus service on Liberty Road going around town. So why are you going to instruct these people to take the 81 if you plan on getting rid of it in 2021, a year before this is supposed to go on? The 89, you got rid of the Redland Court portion. Oh my God. This whole section of Mount Washington, Chatsworth, Glen Park, Key, all that stuff. You telling them take 34, 92. You got rid of the 34 and the 92. The 92 is not really a big deal, but you got rid of the 34. That portion of Lock Raven Road, Lock Raven Boulevard. Oh, well, look for the 53, 103, 14. You got rid of them. Bel Road. You got rid of the Brown and the 115. You got rid of the Brown going beyond Overly and the 115. Richmond Woods, you got rid of the 59 and the 160. Parkway Center, you got rid of the 75. Riviera Beach, you got rid of the 164. Ritchie Highway, you got rid of the entire 70. Bro, like, here's the commuter buses. Discontinued service. 2 routes are proposed to be discontinued. The 210, 215. The 210, 215 does what? Annapolis to downtown Baltimore. This is what the 210, 215 do. And that's the downtown Baltimore. What do you think they did with the one other alternative that can get you from downtown to Annapolis? They did this. They got rid of the 70, the one alternative that's going from Annapolis into the city in some way, shape, or form. And when you see Union Transit Center, that's only during late nights. That's late night service. That's not all service. Like you see right here, late night service downtown. And the funny thing is it's so funny because they made it seem like, oh, well, the 69 is going to get increased service to Harbor Hospital. Who the fuck cares when you got the silver there? And it runs late night, so who the hell cares even then? I'm telling you right now, man, you don't really understand my frustration right now. They're gonna reduce frequency on a lot of these commuter bus lines. I wouldn't be able to. The only commuter bus lines I really know is 201. I want to say 315, 320, 410, 411, 420. Beyond that, I don't really know though. But proposed, here's how the schedule is supposed to be. September 1st, 2020. Proposed changes proposed for public comments. October 5th to October 16th. 10 virtual public hearings will be held together via testimony or public testimony. Now, here's the thing. When you do these virtual meetings, these virtual hearings, how many people are going to be allowed into these virtual hearings? It's not going to help when we got one person talking to 10 people, and those 10 people are trying to trying to speak out for 1,000 people. November 16th. Public comment period closes at midnight. So y'all basically just telling people you only got 2 months to say something. November 30th. Final service changes announced and after reviewing stuff. So after they review it, and if they going by budget, they going to go by. If they gotta meet a budget strength, they going to do that. So it doesn't really matter what we say. They're gonna be like, oh well, they don't really know what they're talking about. They don't work in the service department. And then you got the audacity to put a check mark. Don't you do this, MDOT. Okay. We already know about COVID-19. If you do not have internet access or wish to join by phone, call 415. I mean, is that even an MTA a Maryland area code? 415-655-0001 for the hearing date of that. Your mic will automatically be set to mute, so you can't even talk about it, but you will be able to hear all audio from. Yo, honestly, honest to God, you look at this. Your mic will automatically be set to mute. You can't even speak on it. How is this even a public hearing? Oh, y'all literally use the word hearing into it because no, that's all we're gonna do is hear. We can't even talk about it. We can't even discuss about it. If you intend to provide public testimony at a hearing, please register in advance and filling out this online film. Speakers will have 3 minutes to give testimony. Mics will be unmuted on your team. All right, we're gonna jump to this. The first meeting is taking place month. If I can, I'm going to try to be at every single last one of these. I'm going to try to join every single last one of these. I'm going to try my best. I can only do on my days off, and that's Tuesday, Wednesday. I can only do Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But the first meeting is supposed to be Monday, October 5th. And that's one. So they're going to be doing it every day except on Sunday. So Monday, October 5th, Tuesday, October 6th, Wednesday, October 7th, Thursday, October 8th, Friday, October 9th, Saturday, October 10th, 11th, 12th, which is Sunday and Monday. I don't get why you going to do one on Saturday, we're not going to do one on Monday. Tuesday, October 13th, Wednesday, October 14th, Thursday, October 15th. I'm honestly, 5 to 8, 11 to 2, 5 to 8, 11 to 2, 11 to 2, 11. Bro, come on. Why y'all don't just do, why y'all just make it open? How about y'all just find someone to sit right there by the computer and whoever wants to pop up between 10 o'clock a.m. and 8 o'clock p.m. Why y'all don't just do that? Why we gotta go through this whole trouble with this shit? Just have someone be standing by the computer to take these public hearings from 11 to 7. From 11 to 7, that's 8 hours. You can pay someone 8 hours to stand in front of a computer and speak to whoever wants to speak to them for at least for these next couple of days. You only giving these 2 weeks. 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks. MTA never did this. MTA would go at least a month and a half. You only give people 2 weeks of virtual. I honestly I don't know what to say anymore, y'all. I feel bad. I feel so bad for these people. And then we're gonna get to the MARC train. This is the last one. Cause I've been going on for like 2 hours. This is the MARC train. So the Penn Line Union Station between Washington DC. Washington Union Station. So Union Station is Washington DC to Perryville, Maryland. The 520 train is gonna be discontinued. 548 train. So 520 train to depart Penn Station to Perryville. Or train, not the 520 on the time, but train number 520. Train 520, train 548, train 537 is going to be eliminated for the Penn Line. Penn Line service northbound from Union Station. Trains 410, 418 going to be eliminated. Trains southbound from Penn Station. Trains 423 is going to be eliminated. The Canada Line service. Train 844, 848 going to DC, eliminated. Going westbound or going to 𝙇𝙤𝙈. Come again? Eastbound from Union Station, westbound from 𝙇𝙤𝙈. I never knew it was an 85 that cut halfway into it from 𝙇𝙤𝙈. That was my fault for not knowing that. But yeah, they're gonna cut. But still, man, this is just. Oh my God, I'm sorry if I've wasted 2 hours of your life, but this means a lot to me and everyone that lives in Baltimore and relies on MTA service, because this is the worst thing we ever dealt with. And if this is gonna, if anything, a lot of stuff that we see is gonna get these two guys kicked out of office. I like Larry Hogan. You know, I mean, I may be the only person that may say that I like Larry Hogan, but you'd be surprised that stuff like this that has to do with public transportation could get this one guy kicked out of office.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please.